Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the problem with the skins in Marvel's Avengers, or more specifically, the overall customization of your character. Obviously this game had and still has a lot of problems, but one of the bigger ones was the skin quality at launch. And while this did get better over time, it's still not perfect. So today I'm going to be talking about what I think is wrong with them and how I personally think that they could be fixed, or rather could have been fixed, because obviously that is not going to happen. So first off, different heroes do have some different problems, but a few of the shared problems is that they include inaccurate comic skins, too many recolors, particle effect coloring, and the insane pricing of the marketplace. Now, first off, I want to talk about the recolors. Now, personally, I think that having recolors is fine, but having them classified as completely brand new skins is bad. Now, other games, for example, like Gotham Knights, has a much better way of handling this kind of idea, where you can simply change the colors of these skins without them being separate from the costumes. Now, each of these different colors can also be used with any of these suits, which definitely is an upgrade as well. Now, the other problem with these recolors that are in Marvel's Avengers are that there's just a lot. They just have way too many per skin. Like, for example, with Iron Man's Stark Tech armor, there are 9 different color variations. Now, overall, I don't think that having these in games is a bad idea. Sometimes I prefer the alternate coloring, and it's just nice to have a change, but acting as if these skins are brand new, completely different skins, feels extremely shady, especially when at launch each hero only had around 6 to 7 unique skins. And I know I mentioned a minute ago that the Stark's tech suit had 9 different color variations, and while yes, this is one of the more extreme cases, a lot of skins would at minimum have 5 different recolors. Now, another problem these skins have is the inaccuracies, specifically with the comic skins. And I'm not talking about adding detail to make comic skins look more realistic or whatever, or not just be blank, but Spider-Man PS4, for example, did a great job of that. The suits in Avengers, though, just completely changes the detailing of a lot of suits. For example, Iron Man's superior armor, this suit outside of color scheme and the head looks nothing like what the comics look like. And the reason why? Well, they reused the Apogee model, which they just did to be easy, and they simply changed out the head and added a little head harness thing. They did improve later on after much fan feedback, and we did get a lot more accurate skins like the Destroyer Thor, Retro Hawkeye, and the Prime Suit Iron Man, but this should have never been a problem in the first place. Now, not all comic skins from closer to launch were bad. Around half of these skins from launch were good, and half of them were bad. Now, for example, Iron Man's original Sin armor was pretty good, Ray Suit Widow, Modern Cap, all very good accurate skins. Any of the bad looking ones that they added closely after launch are just rushed, reused assets, essentially being upgraded recolors. Now, this next one is definitely more of a me problem, as I've not seen nearly as many complaints, but something that always bothered me was the particle colors not matching your skins. For example, if you're using the Cosmic Hulk skin, all his effects are still green, gamma color. Now, a simple change to blue for me would have made skins like this, that aren't the default colors of the character, 100% better. Now, these skins are still fine that aren't these colors, but it definitely does make it look worse overall. A similar problem is the weapon colors, or rather, lack of variety in weapon color variations for different heroes, specifically being Cap and the 2 Hawkeyes. Now, many Cap skins are completely ruined by the simple fact that his shield stays red, white, and blue. For example, the US Agent skin is completely ruined, where it should be red, white, and black. It is still red, white, and blue. And while we did get some shield color changes later on with the Secret Warrior's cap, it was not a retroactive upgrade to skins, so any skins from prior to these newer skins are still stuck with the default shield, Now, the Hawk's problem is similar, where your character will always have a purple bow and purple arrows. Some of the quivers also don't change on some of the skins, but a lot of them they did. I don't know why they chose to with some and not others. Doesn't really make sense. But you'll always have a purple bow, essentially. And only about 3 skins that they added later on did get this change where they would have different colored ones. For example, the retro Hawkeye skin. Other than that, you have a lot of skins that are completely ruined by them being purple. Like, you have multiple different red Hawkeye skins that are ruined, and more. Now, a smaller change would be Iron Man's repulsor colors. Now, many suits should have had blue coloring, because some suits do have that, or rather should. And some of them also should have been red. For example, the original Sin suit I mentioned earlier. Now, this is obviously not as bad as the Cap and the Hawkeyes, but it definitely would have been a nice change. One that I think that should have been made. Now, another thing I found out while making this video is that apparently the devs wanted the ability to have outfit splicing, or outfit mixes, where you could just take like a headpiece and swap it with a different headpiece, essentially. Swapping parts of skins. Now, this is according to Miller, so it's probably true. And this is just baffling to me, as a lot of the problems with recolors could have been fixed with this simple addition. Now, the final thing is probably the biggest one, and that is the marketplace prices. Now, let this be noted that these are the reduced prices. At launch, these were much worse, which is shocking to say because I still think that they are extremely bad. Now, for an exotic skin, it costs $14, legendary $9, epic, $7, rare, $5. Now, this is the same price of what recolors would be for these skins. Now, this is the same as what recolors would be as well, so you could end up spending $9 on a recolor. They didn't have exotics having recolors, but still, $9 for what is just a recoloring of another skin is ridiculous. These skins never should have costed this much. Now, the most one skin should ever cost in a game, especially a game that is $60, is $3. And that's personally me being generous. We should have been getting bundles only, in my opinion. Like, for example, a Avengers 1 skin pack with all of the different first Avenger film skins for like $3. Or like cel-shaded comic book styled skins for like a $5 pack, since that would be more unique overall. Now, I think having single skins cost even a minimum of $5 is ridiculous. I don't think skins should ever in any game, even a game that is free, should ever be more than $5. I don't think it should be $5 in the first place. $5 is the maximum amount I think that is reasonable. Having single skins cost a minimum of $5 in this game while also having zero way of obtaining these skins outside of this is absolutely insane. You could technically get a few skins from the 6 challenge cards that were free at launch, but you had to do a lot of work to get that, and then you also could have gotten at maximum 10. Now, if you want to hear another stupid thing, let's go ahead and look at the other cosmetic pricing. The nameplates can cost anywhere from $1 to $2, takedowns cost $6, and emotes cost $1 to $5. Now, skins in this game obviously were never the main problem, rather a contributing factor to much larger problem. This game suffered from the pandemic, clearly, and a bad choice of engine, and just bad planning in general. This game could have been one of the greatest superhero games, and it clearly was not. Now, I still think that this game, even though it is obviously not perfect, that it is at least good. Now, I don't think it was ever as bad as people were saying, in my opinion. I think that a lot of the complaints were a little blown out of proportion, but there definitely were problems, especially with the bugs, and the performance on especially last-gen consoles is still not as good as it should be. But hey, at least all of the skins are going to be free in March. If you did enjoy the video, please do leave a like and subscribe for more content like this, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.